I've just done the fertiliser on a customer's lawn. Right then folks, so we're just going to rake off a bit of this moss that's around the edges. Weeds are now back in growth. Good morning my lawn lovers. Rich Lawns, as per usual, checking in with you guys, and it is lovely to do so. Monday, first day of the week. Let me show you where I am and what's going on. Right then folks, here I am on a customer's lawn, a regular customer of mine, really lovely couple. As you can see, the lawn's looking, for this time of year, it's looking really well. So, why am I here? I came out to the lawn around 8 weeks ago to put down a nice fertiliser, of course with a handheld spreader. However, the fertiliser that we use at TRUGREEN, it does have an element of moss killer within the fertiliser. So when you actually apply it directly on top of the moss, it does what it has done here. It has browned off the moss and killed it. Now, because we're only looking at some sporadic patches, the customer and I have agreed that on this occasion, we're not going to do scarification this year. We're just going to rake that off and then get some new seeds down there. Like I say, it's not covering the entire lawn. I will be advising the customer just to keep on top of watering this lawn. It is drying out in certain areas. So that's what's going to happen now. Speak to you soon, my friends. So first of all, by getting yourself the correct style of rake, which you can see there, and just a little bit of elbow work. You can see what's going off in there. The moss, already just done these areas here. I'll just go over those again. But so far, so good. So folks, obviously invest in a couple of decent rakes. You know, there's no question that raking off the dead moss is definitely the right thing to do. Is it going to be as effective as scarification? Obviously not, but this is by far the cheaper option, particularly when you've just got the usual sporadic patches around the edges, areas that I've raked up. So no, it's never going to be as effective as using a petrol motorized machine. But there is obviously a difference in the price. Right then folks, so I'm pretty much done here, apart from collecting the last few bits of garden debris. Thanks for tuning in. Good morning my lawn lovers, and yes, it is a lovely morning, and yes, you know who it is. Yeah, it's me, Rich Lawns, checking in with you guys. This is all part of the lawn care weekly videos that I'm providing you with. I'm with a lovely customer once again. This particular customer is struggling to even cut their lawn. It's not a service that we offer here at TRUGREEN, but I just can't say no to a customer, so let me just pause this and then I'll spin it round and you can see exactly what's happening. Okay, here we go folks. So you can see the length of the grass. Like I say, the customer just can't cut it. Very elderly customer, but nonetheless a lovely customer. So I'm just going to set about cutting the lawn for him. have it, folks. An elderly customer of mine struggling to cut his grass. You know, like I say, it's not a service that we offer at TRUGREEN, but I am here to help. Could be a few of you actually perhaps commenting me to say you have cut that a bit short. I would probably agree with you there, but it is down to the customer's request that I cut it short because of the fact that they can only have me out here every 4 weeks just because that's their budget. So it probably is a tad too short, but like I say, that's the customer's request. So I'm just going to go around and tidy up now. Right then, folks, Rich Lawns checking in with you guys. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for subscribing. As you know, we are now well into the lawn care weekly videos. Let me know how it's going. Any likes, dislikes, what you want to see more of or less of, let me know. I've just done the fertiliser on a customer's lawn. You saw the scarification that I did on this lawn about 4 weeks ago. Right, so guys, when you're fertilising your lawn, make sure you get yourself one of these spreaders, handheld. Absolutely perfect in giving your lawn an even coverage of fertiliser. So it's also very important, guys, that it's not just a case of putting down any old fertiliser. You need to get the right one according to the season that we're in. And right now in the business here at TRUGREEN, we're putting down this one here, 1155 plus 8%. And like I say, make sure you get hold of a spreader, handheld spreader, just to give yourself the perfect even mix. Okay, folks, thanks for tuning in. Rich Lawns. Good morning, my lawn lovers. Hope you're keeping well. What am I up to today? I am back with a customer. Around 8 weeks ago, I put a total moss killer down on their lawn. 3 to 4 weeks after that, I scarified the lawn. 3 to 4 weeks after that is now. So we're back to have a look at the lawn. It's going to need a good fertiliser, and I suspect there will be certain areas that need reseeding. So here we are 3 to 4 weeks after the lawn was scarified. I know that we've had quite a lot of dry weather over the last few weeks, so I will be advising this customer after I have put a fertiliser down and some seeds to obviously get watering this lawn. There's still a tiny little bit of moss to the edges there that the scarifying machine hasn't picked up. That's not a problem. I've come prepared with a good rake, so I think that would be the first thing that we'll do, just get those last few little bits up, and then we'll crack on. Right then, folks, so we're just going to rake off a bit of this moss that's around the edges. Make sure you get the right kind of tools. So you can see there, folks, that with just the right tool, the right rake, a little bit of extra preparation before I put down the fertiliser and the seed, just scraped off the last remaining bits of moss that the scarifying machine can't really pick up. You can't get too close to the patio, unfortunately, otherwise it'll damage the blades and it'll damage the patio. So we're ready to go. Speak to you shortly. So fertiliser, grass food, absolutely important to get the right fertiliser on your lawn every 8 weeks. A nice balanced fertiliser that's packed with nutrients. We're going to be using a nice mix here, an 1155 plus 8%. Good morning, my lawn lovers. Rich Lawns checking in. The weekly episode, my lawn care weekly episode. It can't get any better. Here I am on a customer's lawn. We are 1 week away from being in May. And with that in mind, folks, as you know, weeds are now back in growth. They are also extremely responsive to weed killer. So I'm with a customer. They have got an awful lot of weeds on their lawn. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do in a minute, but I'm just going to spin it around and give you an idea of what I'm going to be tackling, well, right now. As we can see, we've got an abundance of different types of weeds. We've got all of these to deal with. So I'm going to get my knapsack sprayer on in a minute, and we're going to systematically walk over this lawn in nice straight lines. And because I know my customer won't mind me saying this, because it is a bit of an infestation all over the lawn, I'm not just going to walk around and look for individual weeds and then stop and treat them. I'm just going to zap the entire lawn. So the knapsack sprayer has been loaded with the right amount of parts per water per product. So I'm going to load this up and show you exactly what I'm going to do. Right, I'm on a customer's lawn, and after further consultation with my experienced colleagues at TRUGREEN and with the customer, we have agreed that on this particular lawn, which you're going to see in a minute, there's absolutely nothing worth saving. So we are going to take the lawn back to soil and then come back and reseed it. I'm going to be putting down a product that quite frankly is extremely deadly, but it will do the job here, and I'll spin it around and you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. I'm going to be putting down a product called Roundup Pro, which just kills everything inside the grass, and there's an awful lot of weeds here. When I say there's nothing worth saving, without further ado, let me just let you be the judge of that as well. You know, I'm just walking around a small part of the garden here, but it's just so infested with weeds and just dead grass, everything, debris. So that's why I'm going to be using a trusted product called Roundup Pro. Okay, let me just get things lined up. Right then folks, because this product is so deadly, I'm not going to put it into my usual knapsack sprayer because I don't want to then cross-contaminate it with another product. It would involve relentless washing out and flushing of my knapsack sprayer, because like I say, this is so deadly. So it's just for peace of mind, when you are going to put down your Roundup Pro, get yourself just a designated sprayer for that. So that is the effect of Roundup Pro. It's already turning large parts of the area brown. This product, like I say, is so deadly, it is going to take it all back to soil. So it has to be down for at least 3 or 4 weeks. We're then going to come back and prepare this whole lawn to be completely reseeded. Get it looking lovely. Speak to you soon, folks. Thanks for tuning in, Rich Lawns.